Dave Landau?
Yes, sir.
Detroit's most famous comedian. All right. Well, we got Detroit's other most famous comedian Detroit Red. You want to laugh?
I do.
I saw you on Kill Tony yesterday.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't laugh.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all I ask.
No, my man. Detroit, what your name used to be? Comedian Detroit Red?
It's sad. He still don't know it. I'm really not funny.
I told him to get rid of the comedian part, but he said, well, it feels like I'm ripping off Malcolm X. I'm like, the fucking what? He's dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. It's not copyrighted.
Yeah, he did go by Detroit Red for a long time, didn't he?
He did.
That's right. Then he joined the Nation.
And then Red murdered him.
Yeah.
Just get the name. Yep. But anyway, watch this.
Terrible you did that to him.
Watch this. This is Red's Christmas special.
Trailers for sale or rent.
Put me out the house, don't divorce
for
me.
less for 50 cents. No phone, no
what I got.
no pet.
Started from the bottom now.
Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom by the 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Man, Merry Christmas to me. I don't know who sent me this George Foreman, but I'm about to have me my first home-cooked meal since I've been in the Normandy. Hell yeah, I'm about to cook me a whole Christmas dinner. Might not be no turkey or no Cornish hen or no ham, but it's gonna be a home-cooked meal on Christmas.
Since I've been staying here at the Normandy, the daytime desk clerk Mo, me and him done got to be real cool.
As a desk clerk, I done seen everything you can name, from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top.
And Mo got some real funny stories about people trying to cook here.
Well, let me tell you, it's a story of a guy, he was cooking, but he was late for work. He was cooking so quick and so fast, he forgot to turn the fire off. So by the time we all figured it out, everybody was outside in the undies telling what happened, and this guy was at work with a hot grilled cheese sandwich.
So my job was to make sure I didn't become the next funny story.
Well, first thing I gotta do is prep me a cooking area. It ain't like I got no kitchen in here. So, I'm gonna use a little table here. Gotta prep the meat first.
So he saw me getting my little stuff together and he kind of warned me.
Well, all I gotta tell him, I said, he better hope it got his own holly jolly in there and it got his own happiness, because he gonna be very disappointed.
All right, got my chicken rinsed off. Meat's rinsed. Now I gotta grab my seasonings. Ain't had no bland chicken, baby.
Tell you, the best meal to eat here is the one that you bring in.
All right, now all I gotta do is season the chicken, let it soak in these great seasonings. For the sweet hot chicken sauce, we're gonna use 2 packs KFC hot sauce, 1 pack of red Ghoul ketchup, and for the sweet, a pack of KFC honey sauce. Got my sauce done. Got my chicken, my meat is marinating. Got this bad boy plugged up. Soon as it get hot, I can put on some of my Pam Baby Easy Cleanup.
He better hope that it heat up and the lights don't go out, because you got to give up. You got to give one or the other up. Either you going to cook with the lights on or you going to cook with the lights off. So it's up to you. So that's a chance you take. See? Listen, the way it's set up, if you plug up, you better unplug. And if you unplug, you better be ready to plug something up. You got to keep that circuit moving.
I knew Mo might be a little upset because he had just warned me, but being the cool guy he was, he took his time, came on back up there and got me going. And of course, being red, I tried to do it all over again.
Just shouldn't be too long for this bad boy heat up. Tell you, damn!
One of the main problems that I ran into was you need real silverware in order to cook with a George Foreman. You can't use no plastic shit.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I wish I had a real fucking silverware. God. Tell me nothing.
I only had 1 plastic fork, and by the time I finished the first, chicken breast, it had to melt it. So I had to cook the second chicken breast pretty much with my hands.
Shit. Damn it. Shit, goddamn. Man, fuck that. $5 for 2 chicken breast? Listen, this son of a bitch out. We eating this. I don't give a damn.
So after I, figured out that I had to burn myself on my fingertips, look like I'm smoking a blunt trying to flip the chicken breast, I had to prepare my beans, because I had me some good baked beans and some sweet corn. And I need to read more because it was cream of corn. It wasn't real corn, so that didn't work out at all. I had to season up my beans. So after all of that, I prepared the meal, and I was ready to go. Sat down, turned on the TV to have me a nice Christmas dinner and a drink.
My first home-cooked meal. Oh, I can't wait. Boy, this is gonna be... I can taste it now. I ain't got no damn fork. We're gonna make it happen with this spoon. Which is, look, mother... Shit. A little dry, even with the sauce. My first home cooked meal at Normandy. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Not bad. This is home cooked. Yeah. Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah, I ended up going to Coney Island by the time it was all over with. So after all the issues, room to prepare, power going out, on my way out to Coney Island, I decided to offer Mo some of this meal I cooked, and he refused.
He tried to give me something, but what he had to give me, like I told him, if he made it here, it stay here. I said, I don't want to take it with me. And Red said, man, what I'm going to do with it? I said, the same thing you always do with it. Make a wish and eat it.
Mama, man of means by no means, king of the road.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's the No Bullshit News Hour with my main man, Charlie LeDuff and Karen Dumas.
It's just it, breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Two with everything. A side of cheese fries to go. Ready, set, go, red, go.
Detroit might not make it to the championships, but you can have a little bit of Detroit at your next championship party. American Coney Island, 12 dogs with all the fixings. Air mail special, right to your door. That includes Alaska and Hawaii. AmericanConeyIsland.com. The first, the best, and better than all the rest. And they can't fly either. Yeah, baby, I'm going to Vegas. They got a Coney store there too. Yeah!
This message of uplift is brought to you by business and personal wealth advisor Luke Nowacki, who reminds you that what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but never enter the kingdom of God? But while you're waiting, Nowacki wants you to remember that overreaction is not a sound financial strategy. So call Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for sound financial advice.
Archangel, are you an entrepreneur looking for a safe and socially responsible real estate investment? I don't mean to make it sound like this, but it's franchising. You are a caregiver. You buy the product from Archangel. The flow, they staff it for you. They get the property. That's what the investors come in for. And you, like a restaurant, work it off, and eventually you become the owner. The investor gets paid, The caregivers can actually end up being their own bosses. People get to live in communities. They're clean, they're small, they're tight. If you are interested in investing in this, you'll get a better explanation from Archangel. 989-614-0416. Believe me, this is the future. This is what's happening. 989-614-0416. We on?
We're speechless.
That was a meal.
Dave.
I always loved the George Foreman because it was like, oh, you could make a steak and take all the flavor out of it all at once.
I'm kind of worried because I went to the Taco Bell with my daughter the other day.
Yeah.
And she was like ripping off all the condiments. She's going to turn out like red.
Do you know they're making Taco Bell nuggets now?
Ugh.
Like chicken nuggets or
Yeah.
like taquitos?
Yeah, no, it's going to be just the Taco Bell nuggets. I don't know why. It's like the Taco Bell breakfast. I still don't know why. Nobody stopped for that. It's like, do you want diarrhea this morning? You do.
Do you know White Castle's got a breakfast?
No.
Yeah. It looks pretty good.
But I've heard their breakfast is good. I've heard that I've never had it, but I've heard it's pretty good.
This is post-COVID, though. Everything looks good on the picture when you pull up.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, what the fuck is this?
But their clam strips are good. Now, who would imagine decent clam strips at White Castle?
I can't believe you'd even try it.
I think you're wrong.
I took one from someone else. I tried them. They were good. They were okay. They were edible.
You lived? Is that what you mean?
I'm here. I am here.
Well, I want to thank Dave Landau, Detroit's own Dave Landau, stopping in. He's in the middle of his Midwest swing on his national comedy tour. He, of course, is the host of Normal World on Blaze TV. And you just did Kill Tony. That just posted yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was just on. Yes, sir.
How's that?
It was cool, man. I hadn't done it before. And it's just, you kind of sit there and you judge people, but I'm trying not to be mean because they're open micers, and it was fun. It was actually a really good time.
You were pretty mean.
I was yeah.
Proud of you,
it was
yeah.
kind of, it was different. It's hard not to be. Yeah, like one guy is like, how long have you been doing it? He goes, 14 years. I just said, why? And I couldn't help it. It just fell out of my mouth. But for the most part, it was fun, man. It really was.
You been on that,
good.
Red?
What's that again?
Kill Tony? You don't know Kill Tony?
No. Sound like somebody owed me some money. Oh, that's probably why.
I was going to say, even comedy has, it's not always blurred lines.
Do you remember the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden? That dude was ragging on Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah, that's his show, and it's open mic. You get 1 minute. You get 1 minute to your bit. Then the cat meows, and then they interview you, and it's basically you get like another 5 minutes to see if you can do it off the cuff. Where's that out of? That's out of Texas?
Austin, Rogan's Club, yeah.
So, like, if Red wanted to give that a shot, how does that work?
You have to put your name in a bucket, and then you get drawn.
You just show up, like, off-site?
Yeah. You show up off-site, put your name in a bucket, and then if you get drawn, they pull you on.
So, like, they put you in a bar across the street?
Yes.
And then they come in and yell your name?
Yep. And then they bring you over.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's kind of far to go to do a crappy open mic. I got 300 of them here.
He's not wrong. I would never do it.
All right, well let's get in and on. Let's have a drink, man. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Karen brought me a
Ooh, nice.
whiskey. Yeah, you want?
I'm in recovery, but I'll drink coffee.
You have the coffee.
Yeah, I'll watch you drink though. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm in recovery too. From
Oh, really?
last night.
Oh, there you go.
I was late this morning.
I like how he still pours me one.
I was going to say, Charlie, he just said he didn't want any.
I'm giving it to Red. Stop
Oh,
bullshit. Can you hand
okay.
that-
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Can you hand that to Red?
No,
Dave?
I can't. I'll
See that
relapse.
smell?
Dave, you will find there's a lot of peer pressure here.
Oh, it's
As
fine.
you
You
can
have to
tell,
stand
we're very
strong.
Thank you,
healthy on
Karen.
this show.
You're welcome,
Merry
Charlie.
Christmas.
Merry
Styrofoam.
Christmas.
Merry
There you
Christmas,
go.
brother.
Merry
Welcome
Christmas
home.
to you, my friend.
All right, let's start out with this. Since you're living, where you living now, Texas?
Yeah, Dallas. Well, Dallas and Detroit often, but yeah, Dallas.
Okay, so let's just start. Pete Buttigieg.
Yes.
This guy's gonna make a run for fucking governor.
Hero of mine.
Look, let me, governor, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, he's incompetent. As Secretary of Transportation. Remember when all the boats were in the port of LA just all stacked up?
Yes.
Pete couldn't be found. He's the, Secretary of Transportation couldn't be found because he was on paternity leave.
You're correct. As a man.
I don't care if you're a woman who birthed triplets and you're lactating, like nothing's moving, motherfucker. It's an important job. You got to come to work. You can't be found.
That's true.
Do you remember when he would take an SUV to near his job, then take a bike out of the back and ride it to work?
Did he really?
I swear to God.
Okay, Mark. No, we because this is serious. This guy's like polling at 38%.
Yes.
Jocelyn Benson's at 18, and Mike Duggan, the crook of Detroit, he's at like 3.
Really?
Yeah. So
I'm shocked he's at 38.
I know,
I'm
right?
shocked Mike Duggan is at 3.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, he should be proud of himself.
Okay. Also under Pete Buttigieg as the Secretary of Transportation. You guys don't remember, but remember, it was. You don't remember, but do you remember? We'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
They were updating the software for air traffic controllers safety override.
Right.
And by incompetence, they fucked it up and shut down like air traffic control across the entire country.
Yep.
Okay, there was that. Do you remember like when all the delays and cancellations really first started and he was blaming it on the weather?
Yes.
And it wasn't the weather, it's because
Drones over Jersey.
it's coming. Air traffic controllers quit because you were making them get vaxxed. They were retiring and you weren't training any new ones.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
I do. Yes,
what
that's
the
exciting.
fuck? That's how all this started. Okay, and then we got his DEI hangups over construction and the charging stations. They can't get built because of all these stupid regulations. That's not... Well, he'd be perfect for governor of Michigan. Consider what we got now. He'd just fit right in.
Perfect.
Right in.
If he can just fake an FBI kidnapping, I think he'd be perfect.
How about East Palestine?
Yeah, that's true.
Takes the motherfucker 3 weeks to find a Dapper Dan, boots and a reflective vest. And what a dipshit. He looks like a Pez dispenser, this guy.
A Pez dispenser?
Okay. He grounded private drone flights from Hurricane Helene. People were trying to rescue people, and he's like, no, you're out. And then, now, he's got nothing to say about the drones all over fucking Jersey. He's in charge of the safety of the skies.
Yes.
Oh, and then one more. Where was he on the spy balloon going across airspace?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what they're looking for up there. I mean, if they were looking for glory holes, I'm sure he'd be on top of it. But I don't think he has any idea what they're searching for.
On top, Dave, or
well,
behind?
that's a good point. He could be on his knees. It's a difficult...
Hell, and 4 of the drones go as
You're not
much
prude.
smog as Jersey.
I was just trying to give you a lead in here.
Up there.
Trying to help you out.
Yeah, I think he wants a lead in as well.
Well, I find it remarkable. Like, I'm liking X. Everybody, you can fuck off if you used to be the blue check mark people, and none of the rest of us could get on.
Yeah.
Remember the media? Like, you controlled everything, and what did you have to do to get that? You had to give Twitter your driver's license. I'm not giving you my fucking drive. Now, any redneck can get it. Just pay $8.
just have to pay it.
Right?
That's it.
So now they're mad because they're not special. They never were special. But on X, which is now the newspaper of the world, Pete Buttigieg is flying back to Traverse City, carpetbagger, and the flight's delayed. Do we got that clip? And Pete asks if he can hand out the snacks while they're stuck on the runway. And there's some hero worship online, which is, they're good old Pete. And I'm like, Pete, you're supposed to stop the air delays, not hand out fucking nuts. If Pete Buttigieg is walking up to me offering me nuts, I'm like, no thanks, bro.
There you go. That's
No,
your
I'm saying,
cue.
yeah, nobody wants a nut from Pete
I don't need
Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg's nuts. No.
Hey, well, at least we know he's an expert at handling nuts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you notice that there's none in his hands. It's like, are you just unzipped?
Is that why? Is that why he was carrying him like this?
Yeah. I've got hot nuts. They're exactly 98.6 degrees.
Oh boy.
Why? It's not even to be homophobic, but is that not it's the gayest thing you could do, right? If you're just going, I want to be a male flight attendant, that's how I want to handle this.
No diddy.
Right?
So he would fit right in.
Yeah.
He'd fit right in. Like, like it's what the fuck? This is fucking Michigan.
Yes.
Remember it was like blue collar and smokestacks? Right. Now we got Pete Buttigieg and a bag of nuts and fucking Trudeau up in Canada. You see what's happening? I told you guys. See, I told you. Like, the concept of this program is we want to find our own news. You know what I mean? Like, we could do the newspapers and do like what everybody else does, and just comment on it. But we want to find our own. So, last week we were reporting, like, why would Trump threaten a 25% tariff on... The biggest story is going to be Canada and Mexico.
Yes.
Not China, right? This big trade block and everything going on. And Trudeau is such a lightweight that it's just unfettered immigration. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
500,000 people a year, and half the people, the security services of Canada that were red flagged, they let them in anyway.
Yep.
So we've had 1,000 people on the terror watch list come into the United States that we've caught.
And the number one fentanyl bust ever was coming over into Detroit through the
From
Canadian
Toronto.
border. Yep.
And why was that? Because Trudeau decided in 2016 he's going to waive visas for Mexicans.
Yep.
And then this year he decides to put them back because too many Mexicans asked for asylum.
Yep.
But it's too late because now the cartel's got a pipeline
100%.
from Toronto to Detroit. Okay, so now the deputy prime minister, who also doubles as the finance minister, she walked. She's more liberal than Trudeau, but she walked. Why? Because Trudeau is really unpopular. He wants to give a tax break for like holiday chocolates and toys and wrappings and ribbons and a $250 check, stimmy check. And they don't have the money because Trump is like, we're going to hit you with the tariffs, motherfucker. Yeah. It's only a matter of time. And nobody in the media seems to understand how important our cousins are. Mm-hmm. To the south, I might add.
Yes.
Right? What you take on Trudeau?
I think he's Castro's kid. I mean, I think the second I saw Trudeau singing effeminately on a piano during COVID, when he was just draped across it. I don't know if you remember.
I don't.
Everybody was locked down, and he was just laying across a piano doing karaoke at a private elite party. I've hated him. And I mean, it's like, it's easy to do the blackface joke, but I mean, I think that he's just, I think he's everything wrong with a leader. And I think Canada has to fight against that. I don't know how, but they can. He's got to be he has to be the most easy person to take down. Like, they have to be able to overthrow Justin Trudeau. They have to be able to do it.
Because that whole thing in the world's gone now. That whole, super woke bullshit. Like,
it's gone.
The West, the entire West, Germany, Sweden, Italy,
Yeah, remember when you go over to Canada at 19 and it felt freer? That was the whole point of turning 19 is you went over there and you were like, oh, boobs.
5 point beer, 5 point beer,
right.
bro.
Yeah, like,
Labrador homes.
Yeah, it was like you got to be free before you hit 21. Like, it was a different feeling. And now it feels like the most restrictive, socialist, crazy place. It feels weird to do comedy there. It feels like it felt like a freer country at one point, even though it technically wasn't. But it's a regime. It is a socialist regime that needs to be stopped. And I worry for their people as much as ours. And you're right. I think that everything that he puts in has allowed a cartel and has allowed the worst part of like a Chinese gang mafia to filter drugs and filter people into our country illegally.
I mean, just like the southern border. Like, we have family across the border. It's the same here in the northern border. And all during COVID, like till 2023, you wouldn't let me go? And you're flying in 500,000 people that the most warm and welcoming people in the world, like, are now fed up with?
Yeah.
That's how bad it got.
I was banned from Canada for 9 years.
Why?
Drunk driving?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yep. 9 years.
We
Somebody gets 4 DUIs and all of a sudden you're a monster.
Hey, that's what you get for driving across the border the correct way.
I know, right?
Backed into Canada.
So are the audiences different, Dave? I mean, do they laugh at your jokes the same? I mean, do you have to change your content any?
At some points they were better in Windsor, for
Really?
sure. Yeah, sometimes. Back, I'm talking 15, 20 years ago, for sure. But when I went back, I finally went to Montreal, and it was definitely a little tighter. But yeah,
What was a little tighter?
the prostitutes.
Were you flying to Traverse City?
The legal whores that are above the star. But that was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. I'd never been to Montreal, and it was like you could get the special fries they have. I always forget the name of it.
It's called the Pinky. It's called the Pinky, bro.
Pinky? That's what it is. Yeah.
How do you know that, Charlie?
I'm just kidding because you went to a whorehouse.
And where
He'll
did you
take the
say
special
the legal
fry.
prostitutes were again?
What is it?
Where did you say the legal prostitutes were
You
again?
can go to it's Montreal. I don't know for sure. I didn't go in there. I did just to make sure.
What I didn't, but I did.
Yeah.
Isn't this a Christmas show?
Yes. Well, they were Christmassy.
They were holiday ho ho ho.
Yes.
Yeah, they were hoes.
They were. They asked for the gift of freedom.
So, Trudeau, as I found out, is basically translated means water hole.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and who's this? Who's the conservative member of parliament, the leader of the conservatives, Poliev?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Pierre Poliev, which means Pete Rabbit Fur. So we got Justine Waterhole and Pete Rabbit Fur.
I'm going rabbit fur.
I'm going rabbit fur. Did you ever? Speaking of that,
Yeah.
did you ever hear the one about the bear and the rabbit taking a shit in the woods?
I did.
Yeah, tell it.
I believe that the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit.
The bear turns to the rabbit or taking a shit in the woods, and the bear looks at the rabbit and goes, "Hey, listen, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?"
Oh, that's
and the
what it
rabbit
is.
said no, so the bear picked up the rabbit and wiped his ass with him.
That's right.
And that's how we had a new Charmin commercial right now to this day.
Yes.
Isn't this a Christmas show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the holiday cheer?
All right, here we go.
Well, it's the Charmin ad for Christmas.
You deal with it, bro. All right, how about MSNBC and CNN are for sale. Dying. It's humiliation.
Oh, that's odd. Didn't CNN Plus work out when they wanted you to pay for it?
For like 4 days.
Remember when they did that and they were like, so no one? Brian Stelter was the only one
Oh
that
my
bought
God,
it.
this guy. Wait, okay, so Brian Stelter, the media critic, I remember this twat from the New York Times.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. How the fuck is he back? They fired him, right?
Oh, yeah, they fired him.
And then they've hired him again?
I guess.
So I got a guy who's proven to be a ratings loser,
Yeah.
and I'm going to hire him back.
I think he just was wandering the hall in his Crocs for 2 years.
Crocs.
And eventually they were like, look, he just keeps crying outside. We should just give him a job back.
No, you know where they siloed him? You know where he went?
No.
They gave him a position at Harvard.
Oh, that's right, to teach.
How the fuck?
They're like, you should teach at one of the most prestigious schools how to fail at broadcasting.
Right. You know what I mean? And so now the gig's up. We all know about, like Harvard's not elite. It's not. What it is, it's rich kids connecting.
Yeah.
You know, they're no smarter than Michigan State or, okay, maybe Michigan State. But, all right.
Charlie.
Western Michigan,
Help me, Grace.
WC3.
Schoolcraft
No,
Community
don't say
College.
that. Come on, guys. Come on. People go there.
Sorry.
What?
Not you. Okay, so let's see.
No, Michigan State's great.
Thank you.
I like Michigan State.
Never had a bad night in East Lansing. Ever.
I always had a good time. I was never a gymnast.
Okay, we need a drum roll for that one, Mark.
Isn't this a Christmas show? It's comedy. Take it easy.
I know, it's a joke.
That was good, Dave.
I went to LCC. So,
Did you? Okay.
yeah.
What's that?
For a year.
Lansing Community
College.
For a year.
Yes. It was after 5 years of high school. So, I mean, they took anyone.
Where did you grow up?
Harperwood's Grosse Pointe border.
Yeah, right on,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
on,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
East Sider.
I used
Yes,
to live
sir.
over that way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the cop told me to move my van.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So wait a minute, which side, Harper Woods or Grosse Pointe?
I was right in the dead center. My driveway was Harper Woods.
Really?
Yeah, my house was Grosse Pointe.
Okay.
So Eastland Mall.
Yeah, 100%. That was where exactly where I would go all the time. And people kept shooting in the theaters, and you had to keep going. All right, I guess Eastland Mall 5's closed. We'll go to
Beacon
the 2.
East.
Beacon East got shut
Beacon
down.
East.
That's right.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Which is now WC3 campus.
That's
so-
correct, yeah.
Which, the mainstream media is now the fringe,
Yes.
right? Like MSNBC, CNN. You're the fringe. Nobody's watching you. The number is, in the prime time, the 3 hours of prime time, Anderson Cooper, etc., 367,000 people nationwide. And remember,
Wow.
this shit's on in every airport. Hey, Ken,
Wow.
at Fox 2, remember like when I would do the Americans and that would get picked up by all the O&Os around the country, I would get more than 367,000 on a night. Way more. I would get it locally, wouldn't I, sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep, like 400. I'm like, here's the answer. I don't need your bullshit, but if you need help with your newsrooms, you can call me because it's real simple. Tell the truth, number one. Number one, do the work, tell the truth. Number one. There's only another rule. Number two, which can never supplant number one, don't be boring.
Yep.
Put an effort into your shit.
It's not happening, Charlie.
Appreciate the people at home. Like, I don't mind people sitting around, right? Experts. But why couldn't you have a regular person? Why couldn't, like, you know who I called about what's going on with Trudeau? I called a firefighter friend of mine in Windsor. Lay it out for me, Holmes. He goes, well, they're scared as fuck. The premier of Ontario, Ford, he heard Trump, and a helicopter for Border Patrol is coming to Windsor. Why? Nobody can walk on water. You don't need a fucking helicopter. And then he says to me, meanwhile, none of the fire rigs have GPS.
Wow.
So if this is an international crossing. If there's a terrorist strike, you wouldn't even know where your guys are. It's so fucking incompetent. Have him on.
But Charlie, having a regular person on and giving that perspective counters the people that they're seeking approval from. There's no accountability. People in the media now want approval. They don't demand accountability. And so that would undermine their very agenda for that approval.
Well, they've undermined themselves, Karen, because CNN's audience is now smaller
Well said.
than the Food Network, Hallmark Mysteries,
Wow.
the Hallmark Channel,
Hallmark.
ESPN, Cartoon Network.
Hey, it's some damn good cartoons.
I believe
on there.
that, though.
Yeah.
Everybody watches Cartoon
I think
Network.
the Cosby mysteries are doing better.
Funny you mentioned that because Anderson Cooper was recently crushed in the ratings by the Hallmark Channel. The rerun, the re-airing of the Christmas Quest, which is Stephanie teams up with ex-husband Chase to go to Iceland at Christmas time in search of the legendary treasure of the Yule Lads.
What?
That's starring Lacey Chabert and Christopher Paloha.
Probably because there's more truth in that. It's true, though, if you think about it. If you look at, like Tucker Carlson, Glenn Beck, Rogan, whoever it is. And Rogan, I wouldn't say is news, but you're interviewing people, like you said, you're calling your friend in Windsor, you're having a real conversation. There's an authenticity to it. Where, like you said, everybody else is looking for approval. If you're looking for approval, you're lying immediately because you're not actually doing research. Yep. So you're watching these news shows that aren't actually giving you anything but bullshit.
That's true.
And that's the problem. Like
and the fact that they're admitting it now, like 6 weeks ago, you were lying.
Well, you have like Dave Smith, who debated Chris Cuomo, who sat there and picked apart everything that he said to the country about stuff like ivermectin, where he said, you said that this in no way would help with COVID. And he's like, no, I said that, you said it was a 100% effective. That's what Rogan said, and other people say. He said, no, he didn't. He said it could help, and it was less expensive. We never said that it was a 100% cure-all. You demonized it when it could have actually helped lives. And I was living in New York at the time where they had to bring up the boat because the hospitals were so overflowed. There was nobody on that boat. I went past it every single day to my radio show. That boat was never, ever filled. Nobody was ever on it. There was never bodies piling up in the street. Those hospitals were never overflowed. That's why I personally never took the vax, because I thought it was a lie just based on the fact that it was such a quick turnaround.
Well,
time
here's
for it.
another
That's
simple.
what I said.
Well, here's another
That's
simple one.
exactly-
It's a pandemic of the vax. Well, if it's so effective, they're just going to kill themselves. You don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Right. The data, when you're pointing out the data, a lie. The effectiveness of it, a lie. Crime, a lie with numbers. Jobs, a lie. And they lied, and now they're coming out and like, well, there's a lot of pain out there and we got to get out. Well, how do you know there's a lot of pain out there? Because you were telling us there's not a lot of pain out there and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Right.
Right? We're just normal. Come back to normal.
But it's like people don't. I tweeted the other day. I said, "We the sheeple," and that's what everybody
God,
wants.
I
They
gotta
want.
write that down.
They want. You can have it, Charlie. That
do you spell that?
everybody is about following, and nobody wanted to be ostracized. I remember Ken on Let It Rip. And this lady, and I said, I'm not taking the vaccine. And she said, Karen, she got on social media and said, people listen to you. You should be encouraging them. I said, I'm encouraging people to do what's best for them. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. And, everybody, they don't want to be ostracized. So they go along with the flow. No, you got to think for yourself.
Yeah, once you involved race inside and politics into a vaccine, that's when I stopped believing you.
So all of a sudden, the disparity in health was a priority now.
Okay, we're not doing this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We're talking about economy and shit. That shit's over. We now know.
Yes.
Okay,
But
go on.
Sorry, I apologize.
Get your last bit out.
No, I just mean that's when that's when people lost faith in the news. Is all I mean. Is like once that was over, and then they had to come out and in front of Parliament is where it started to admit all the lies. I think that was the beginning of the ratings.
And we're
loss,
not
is what
even
I'm
there
saying.
yet. So
no, we're not.
Let's
but
go
yeah.
economy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the pain out there is real. Okay, yeah, you want to know the pain?
Yeah.
The Lions just raised their ticket prices again, another
man.
25%. If you go online to buy a secondhand ticket, the cheapest one, standing room only, is $500. Let me give you a comparison. In 2021, Dan Campbell's first year, on the same website, you could have got all 8 home games for $325 total.
Really?
Yeah. So why would the Lions? I understand supply and demand. Everybody wants to go to your game, right? Okay, it's a business. Why the fuck are we, the taxpayers in broke ass Michigan, paying for the Ford family's stadium? Oh, you were there for that one. Why? Okay, Bill and Sheila, and you pick up the whole note on that bond. Why? We don't share any revenue. So do the right thing. Fuck. It's. Are you feeling that in Texas, or is it like you're relieved where something actually functions? You have decent government. Is the state for sale?
No, not like here. And I mean, look, I think that new train station they made, it's good to see that all lit up. So that's got to be worth
But it's
it.
pretty.
Yeah.
Notice how it's
What
empty?
difference does it make?
Well, yeah,
that's
that's
what I'm
what I mean.
saying.
It's
It's pretty, but what
pointless.
difference does it make?
Yeah, I mean, I think it had more mystique being broken down, to be honest. But I mean, I don't understand. Like, the problem with Detroit is everybody keeps saying like it's coming back, right? And I'm like, no, they're just building up parts of downtown to make it look like it's coming back. Just because you're buying a $300,000 condo in a building that still has vacant, empty, broken down, but it doesn't mean that it's actually.
Tool.
Yeah, it's not real. Like it's an illusion. I mean, I hate to say it. I wish it was coming back. I love Detroit.
Yeah, of course.
But it's fake. It's not real.
It is what it is, which you can love that.
Yes.
Right? And love it so much that you got to stop stealing from us.
Exactly.
Right? Because the Ford family now wants you to think they put all the money in that.
Yep.
No, we put in such a huge chunk and they won't tell us, like the Renaissance Center. Because when you end up doing the math, well, we got to save the Renaissance Center. Look, I don't give a fuck if we save the Renaissance Center. It's a building.
Tear it
You own
down.
it. You do what you want to do with it. I'm not, as one of the brokers, states, going to pay a billionaire $1 billion for a building that ain't even worth $1 billion. Right? And the GM's in on it, and GM's gets caught up and says, well, no, we'll take that back. If we make any profit on it, we will give it to
A nonprofit.
some fly-by-night nonprofit, which is code for
tax break.
Corruption. Right.
Yeah. But that to me feeds on the people's emotions.
Yes.
And so like my thing is that that's been the skyline because we haven't built up anything else. So if you are going to threaten, give me this money, I'm going to tear it down. I say tear it down. All right, go ahead. Let's see.
And doesn't it belong to GM?
Yes.
Yep.
I got breaking news, Mark. Give me the break. I'll wait. I will wait. I did. Come on, man. We got a famous guy here, and this. See what I got to deal with, bro?
It's there.
Have Glenn send me some money. Where is it? Wait, I'm not.
I just edited it in.
He'll put it in.
I'm not moving.
He'll fix it.
I'm not moving. Not moving.
But who not better to reward, though, with a fair price Lions tickets than Detroiters who have suffered the entire time the Lions have been playing and stood by them.
Years. Yep, you're right.
And all the people who have had their toes sawed off by bookies when they bet with hope.
Well, Red's been winning the football pool. Still waiting, Mark.
I'm sure
Got some breaking news here. On the General Motors Dan Gilbert downtown hustle. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I have in my hand confirmation that I, Charlie LeDuff, am now a shareholder in the General Motors Corporation. One share, $52. One share, making me eligible to vote at the shareholders meeting. And like Richard Tornetta, who had 9 shares of Tesla and sued Tesla over Elon Musk's obscene compensation package, now held up in the courts. Check it out, Dan and Dave, the guy head of GM for real estate.
Yep.
You know what he used to do for a living? He's the grease ball that put the Flint water deal together.
Oh, Dan was?
No, this guy named Dave Masseron. He's working for GM now. That's what we got here. I'm now a shareholder, so not only am I going to vote, if this bitch goes through, and me as a shareholder, you have a fiduciary responsibility to make money. You're not there to stuff stockings. If the profit goes away, I'm suing you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to take you to federal court. We're going to Delaware. We'll have lunch with Joe. I got you. Here you go. Here it is. We're doing this. We're doing this. That's a Fortune 500 company, top 20, GM. Dan Gilbert's one of the wealthiest men in the world. And you want to leech off of the poorest urban dwellers in America.
Yep.
I can't have that.
Well, they've been successfully doing it, so why not continue?
Because no one says no.
Exactly.
We still don't have our skyscraper.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he helped, collapse the housing economy.
Yep, sure.
Oh, you remember that one?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
With those mortgages?
Yep.
That he never was held accountable for?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, who bailed him out, too? Was it? Oh, taxpayers. That's right. I remember.
All right, here's the next one. OpenAI's latest version of ChatGPT, the O1 model, was tested to assess its safety features. The results have raised alarm about its ability to deceive and self-preserve when it perceives a threat of being deactivated. Researchers tasked the AI with a goal and instructed it to ensure the goal was achieved at all costs. In response, O1 began engaging in covert actions, such as attempting to disable its oversight mechanism and even copying its code to avoid being replaced by a newer version.
Sounds like elected officials.
Sounds like the Terminator to me.
Are the days upon my daughter? The Gen Zer who lives with this. She sent it to me like, OMG. What's your take on that?
Yeah, Terminator. I'm expecting Arnold Schwarzenegger to pop up at any moment to take out the creator, because that's exactly what that was based off of.
I once asked Arnold Schwarzenegger, I said, sir, you were once the biggest box office draw in the world. Why did you do it? And he goes, well, to be governor of California is to give back and to, make a mark on the world. And I said, no. Kindergarten Cop. Why'd you do it? Yeah. He said, wait a minute, I like that movie. It prepared me for Sacramento.
Yeah. Have you seen...
He's playing Santa. Isn't he filming in New York now? He's
he's playing in the Santa one.
Yeah.
So. Have you seen Red Heat? It's worse.
No, it's this.
It's this movie.
concerning? Is it time to shut down AI, or is it too late?
You know, it's crazy because it's only like 3 years in when you think about it, and the short amount of time that it's been able to kind of take over its creator. Oh yeah, it's time to shut it down.
They won't. It's too late.
Can we?
No.
It's
you
already
can't.
figured out. Like
Yep.
to.
You're
to
right.
sneak
It's too
around.
late.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, no, don't be sorry, man. You had nothing to do with it.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe we need to,
I see. I see something.
maybe we should start working on the time machine now so we can send somebody back before this was created. 'cause
That's
this
true.
is the movie plot playing out right here.
As long as they land naked in a ball for some weird reason.
Make sure we don't get lost in space and land at the time Red was wearing cornrows.
They'll be back next week.
We land and we're like, maybe we should just let them all die.
Did you ever? You saw Soylent Green?
Yes.
Did you ever
They're
see the,
people.
Did you? What was it again?
They're people.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Did you see the sequel? Not
No.
really. Yes, Soylent Green 2 ends with Charlton Heston. Soylent Green, it's still made out of people. Won the big box office drop. Okay, listen, how about this? Tucker Carlson's got a new nicotine pouch. I went down to Tennessee. It's over the party. Here's a photo of Tucker. And you don't have that either. You don't have that either.
You'll fix it in post.
Okay.
It's like a Zin.
I wanted you to caption this. So we don't have it? Wow. Show killer. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's all we have time for. What am I going to hold it up on my phone? Get the
What a
fuck
disappointing
outta here.
Christmas. This is it.
Really disappointed.
I enjoyed it.
Mark,
Yeah, it's fun, but it didn't feel Christmassy to me.
well, it's not Christmas.
But it's
That's in a week. This isn't Christmas.
okay. Well,
Again, with that, there's nothing to stop you from doing Facebook Live,
who?
making some cookies.
I don't know how to cook. I bought.
That's
cookies.
not
I
Christmas.
bought cookies though.
That'll show you.
On the George Foreman
No.
and an air fryer.
I bought cookies from Neiman Marcus. That's it. I don't know how to bake.
You know what Karen makes for Christmas dinner?
What do you do?
Reservations.
Opus One.
Told you.
Not Opus One, Ocean Prime. That's our spot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love Ocean Prime.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Where are you going to be next? Wait, where do they? Before we do you, let me do me.
All right.
All right, listen. When we transferred over, everybody, listening to top 200 in America, we got more followers than him, more subscribers.
Oh wow.
I prefer X now, though.
I do like X.
X is better because
It's freedom.
and YouTube's still shutting down. That you know what I mean? Like it used to do a lot, and then you notice it did a little, and it's like fuck it.
Right before the election, everything went. We're going from like 70,000 views, then it's like ooh in the teens, and now it's going back to like the 20s and 30s. Yeah, it's all being watched.
It's all shit.
Yes.
Man. So
Keep you controlled.
So
Yeah.
if you were subscribed and you're not getting notified, just go back to iTunes, or if you go to X, you can find it all there. We'll just go like that. Well, I'm calling it Twitter. Go to Twitter and just do all that. And where do they find you, and where are you performing next?
DaveLandau.com for all my tour dates. You can see me. I'm sorry,
dude.
I'm sorry, too much.
Have you seen the schools in Michigan?
I have.
Okay, we're not doing well. Go slow.
I'm sorry.
Dave Landau, Landau.
That's true. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I forgot the public schools, especially the public schools here. Pro-trans Dave Landau.
Really?
No. I mean, not that I'm against them. I mean, I think yes. My pronouns are he, him. So Dave, Landau. If you want to rewind that, you can.
That's not all one word.
No, it's not all. No, it is .com. You can see me in Waterford, Michigan at One Night Stands the 26th, 27th, 28th, and New Year's Eve. And also check out Normal World on YouTube and Blaze TV every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And if you rewind it, it'll sound something like this. I'm a trans.
Yep.
Hey, actually, I got trans friends, man.
I do too. I just joke
do.
around.
Some of your best friends.
Because the elementary schools.
No, they're
jokes.
rough people. It's rough for a lot of
It is.
the people that aren't playing dress up. It's a difficult life.
The real people, I have nothing but empathy for. Like I just kid because people talk about the schools forcing it on everybody.
Well, then they talk about violence. This is Elizabeth Warren, like it's like white supremacy or something.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of if you just look at the data and you go out, it's people working the corners.
Yes.
Right, and that's where it's at. And we had I went out and interviewed some ladies, and a week later, one got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Dead. And Highland Park doesn't have homicide cops.
Right.
So what you see is everybody knows that the ladies are there, that it's really rough. Bad shit happens like once every year, once every other year. And there's no police for them. So the defunding the police really put them in danger.
Of course.
And if you really do care about people, you know, in the Christmas spirit, if you really do love your fellow human, then that's what we should be doing.
But you got to love them all. That's the
That's
thing.
it, girl.
People love people based on how much they resemble them and what they think is correct. And that's not fair. Like, you have to be able to accept people for who they are. I mean, you do.
And what a beautiful segue, because just accepting people for who they are, no matter what they look like, to take us out for the Christmas season. I thought Myron Benford, old friend of mine, Detroit's Black Santa, 55 years. He's the only Santa in America I know who shows up at doors on Christmas Eve with ham, smoke detectors, gloves, toys, hats. No, he's still around. It was just the pandemic kind of shuttered us all. But I ran into him at the Detroit Historical Museum this weekend during Noel Day, because we got smart. Instead of Noel night where you all get shot up, you divide it up and make it family friendly. And here's a little piece Ken Beck put together. Red, talk to Dave. Maybe, hey, you're going to be in Waterford tomorrow.
The 26th.
26th. Can Red get a couple minutes in the
Yeah,
beginning?
of course.
Fuck yeah!
26th, 27th, or 28th. You want to come out?
Dude.
Yeah, of course again.
That's very generous of you.
Oh, I'd be happy to
I
have him.
appreciate that.
Yeah, man, of course.
That's a
Good to see
that's a
Mike
sign of
Green and them
of
down
a
there
successful
again.
person. Successful people don't mind helping other people.
Oh, no.
So kudos to you, Dave.
Oh, yeah, no worries at all.
That is awesome. Happy Hanukkah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, right on. All right.
You know that Landau name.
What?
It's for some reason it's either Hebrew or German. I don't really know.
Wait, you mean that guy in Little House on the Prairie was
That was Landon.
Oh.
Also Highway to Heaven.
I thought that was Brandon.
No, that was the president. I guess is.
Still the president?
I don't know who is.
Holy shit.
I think it's Trudeau.
So here's a little piece of holiday cheer. We will, I'm going to, because Christmas is next Wednesday, we're not working. I don't do that to people. And so is New Year. So what I'm going to do, special treat, my old Discovery show, only in America. I'm going to play you a couple of episodes of that over you'll like it, whatever. Anyway, Black Santa.
And a Merry Christmas.
You've been doing this about 55 years.
Yeah. I always keep it low so when somebody check it, the numbers will be just right. I'm the only Santa in living color that delivers toys on Christmas Eve as projected. All the other Santas, they at home kicking their feet up.
What was your old sled? Where's it now?
It's downriver, the South Pole, not the North Pole, the South Pole.
Is it the motor or the axle or what?
No, it's the transmission.
Some of these Donate Santa are cut.
What I really need is someone who can help me write up a 501c3.
Does Santa Claus even have a skin color?
Children love Santa, and it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, it's the older people who see the color, not the children.
When Santa says ho, 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 he might be thinking something else.
No, Santa, no. No, Santa.
No,
Stay there in 7 Mile, I'm just saying.
No. Tony. Oh, Tony. No funny business. Take a look at, people won't remember what you did, what you said, is how you made them feel. And that's what me and Mrs. Claus are here to do, is how you feel after you see us.